Welcome to our Great Futures event. My name is Galen Quenzer. I'm the Executive Director of Boys and Girls Clubs of the Sequoias. Great Futures, if you've never attended before, is an opportunity for us simply to show what we do at our Boys and Girls Clubs. You get to meet some of the kids, you get to meet other supporters of the club, some of our staff members. Normally it's done at one of our clubs in the gym. We're eating tacos. Today, if you want a taco, you're going to have to press pause, go make yourself your own taco. I think something that tells us a little bit about the strength and character, commitment of an organization is how it performs under stress, in difficult times, in a crisis like we're in now. And I can tell you that I have never been prouder of the people that are connected to our Boys and Girls Club family. Our staff members didn't miss a beat. One day they were open, kids all over in the clubs. The next day our clubs were closed. And they had to figure out, how are we going to continue to connect with our kids and their families? They spent some days trying to figure out the technology, assembling packets of activities that they could take out to the kids. And so they took out jump ropes and gardening supplies, food. And with some of the kids, they were able to connect through technology, and they were playing games with the kids and just talking to them and showing that they continued to care about what was going on in their lives. Our board of directors is another part of this family, and they have been awesome. They would call me and ask what they can do to help. And they're willing to meet at any time. And those of you in this community, in Tulare County, we had to cancel 2 of our events. And some of the money was already in from these events, the sponsorships, some of you that were planning to attend. And so we had to make phone calls and say the events are canceled. And almost all of you said, just keep the money. We know you're going to need it. So what's really been amazing to me during this time is seeing the fabric of our community and the relationships and how our community cares about kids. How you've responded during this time has been very inspiring, and I want to thank you for that. We would like to demonstrate to you some of the things that we've been doing with the kids the last 2 months. Some of the ways that the staff have been connecting with kids. They've been creative, they've been innovative. And again, I'm so proud. Enjoy.
As a community, we have endured challenging times, but none have been as testing as COVID-19. Schools have closed and thousands of kids are left without educational support or even a meal to eat. Our clubs are closed and we are unable to provide the in-person services and support that we have normally provided over the last 29 years. Yet, our community and staff are working hard to maintain and secure our kids' futures by providing accessible online support through engaging real-time virtual programming and video conference tutoring, while also serving and distributing meals to families throughout our communities in need. We are committed more than ever to ensure club members, their families, and communities the resources and support they need to navigate these uncertain times, and we are able to confidently do so by the continued support of our community partners, donors, and volunteers. If your child or someone you know is in need of a helping hand, please visit our website to learn more about how you can access our services, resources, and support. We will always do whatever it takes to maintain and secure our kids' personal growth, friendships, and futures.
Hi, I'm Paula Black, and I have served on the Boys and the Girls Club of the Sequoias board for about 3 years now, and I'm fortunate enough to currently act as second vice president. While these times are definitely different than our usual kickoff of this campaign or our transition from school into summer, I would like to take a moment to thank our staff as well as board members for continuing to reach out to our members of our clubs, not only the kids, but as well as their families, and providing them that additional support and connectivity even though our clubs remain closed at this time. We here at the firm, as well as Eric and I, continue to support the Boys and the Girls Club because I've seen firsthand the difference that this support can make in the lives of a child. Additionally, I think that it's important that each of us continues to encourage as well as educate other individuals as well as local businesses to support in the futures of our local youth. Boys and the Girls Club of the Sequoias encourages our youth's participation and involvement in the community in a number of different ways. One of those ways is by encouraging them to participate in the National Youth of the Year competition. I was fortunate enough to serve as a judge in that competition in 2019, and I can honestly say that I was thoroughly impressed with the participants' professionalism, preparedness, and overall enthusiasm to participate in such a competition. To this extent, I would like to take a moment to show you a video showcase of this year's local Youth of the Year competition winner, Clarence of the Visalia Club.
I think Youth of the Year is a way for the clubs to, in a way, commemorate someone who's been showing, like, people who have been trying to improve their community, make their communities better. First, you have to be nominated by someone at your club, and after that, you need to find recommendation from someone in your community who can tell about how you've been a leader in the community and how you've tried to improve it. And then from there, you need to put yourself on paper by writing a couple of essays, and then after that, make a speech, and that's where we are right now. Ever since I was a kid, it was my passion to help others. Growing up in a family of doctors and nurses, I wanted to do it through medicine. Is there anything that sounded like it didn't flow as well?
Not that it didn't flow as well, but it sounded...
The idea was introduced to me as when the staff here actually voted me to become Youth of the Year for this club, or like the club representative. And after hearing about what Youth of the Year actually is, I saw it as an opportunity to better myself, especially my public speaking, and being over in the Boys and Girls Club gives me a lot of opportunities to like work on that.
Just like Clarence, I really had trouble speaking in front of people and really had a hard time speaking in front of anybody in general. I took classes with staff members here, and that would help me with speaking in front of anybody. They nominated me as nominee for Youth of the Year, and it really kind of paved the path that I'm in now. I can speak to anybody and just go with it. So.
Going through this entire process, it's a lot of work and can be really stressful. Different members of the club helped me on different steps, such as like the essays. It really has helped me. It's having someone else like Andy and Renee have both pushed me even further than just me believing in myself.
Everything is all him. I'm kind of helping him adjust his speech a little bit and giving him advice on speaking in front of people. Being very vocal is something that's very important. Like when I was a kid, I struggled with talking to new people and trying to make new friends, and I'm trying to work on that right now. I'm trying to change my personality from something quiet into someone that can put themselves out there. And this is why I'm taking up this opportunity to try and improve that, take it even further. I know that a lot of people get in their head and it's a competition, but at the end of the day, it's something that's gonna better you in the long run. Everything that you're doing to prepare, everything that you're doing to get to that goal of winning, you should just pat yourself on the back, because it's something that's really hard for some people.
I honestly don't feel as nervous as I think I normally do, and I think I should be fine if I practice enough.
I think you're doing great, Clarence. We're proud of you.
Growing up with the people here, I think that it's really shaped me into a good person, a great person, a better version of myself. And I think that if you're a parent who needs some place for their kid to go, then I think you should put your kids in the club, because this is where they will grow the most, in my opinion.
I thought it was a really fun experience, especially coming to San Francisco. Seeing all of this is like really cool. And while I didn't get to go on as far, I think that everyone who made it did deserve it, and I'm happy for everyone that actually participated. And at the end of the day, we all wanted something, so it's good for everyone.
Hey everyone, my name is Renee Brisson. I'm the unit director of the Visalia Boys and Girls Club. I've been with the organization for 3.5 years now. My goal every time a kid comes into my club is to feel like this is a home for them to grow and to gain confidence. And I feel like all of our programs here teach kids maybe things that they're not getting from home, or maybe they're not getting in school. And so it's really important to me that as soon as they walk through my doors, that they feel like this is a place that they can be safe and that this is their home. Clarence is one of my kids that has been coming since he was in 7th grade. I feel like I've watched that kid grow from the moment he stepped in this club. And I feel that with Youth of the Year, he's gained this confidence that I've never seen in him. Being able to mentor him in that experience has been one of the most rewarding parts of my job. With that being said, I'd like to now introduce Clarence, who will be sharing a bit about himself and his personal club experience.
So, hello everyone. My name is Clarence. I'm a Filipino American born in Watsonville, California. I first moved to Visalia during my 5th grade year and have been going to the Visalia Boys and Girls Club since my 7th grade year. My strengths are my academics as well as my determination to succeed. However, I wasn't always the person I am today. Who I am as a person today has a lot to do with how I was raised as a kid, as well as the challenges that I've had to overcome. Ever since I was a kid, my family was middle class. However, my parents always raised me as if we were living in poverty. They did this to teach me the importance of money, as well as how a little bit of it can go a long way. This lesson has always stuck with me and has had a huge impact on how I view finances today. Another thing they taught me was the importance of education, how school can take you far in life. It's the reason why I was trying to do my best in school and the reason why I'm always trying to do better in school. Both lessons have shaped me into the person I am today, and both lessons are the reasons for my success and my stress. But I wouldn't have this any other way. Due to some family issues, my family ended up having to move during my 5th grade year. And we had to put most of our money into a new house. Learning that my family had just put most of our money into a new house, after learning my entire life that money was something of high importance, filled me with anxiety and stress. I was always concerned about the roof over my head being there the next day. But eventually I did get over this fear. However, the stress never really went away. In middle school, when the topic of college came around, the topic filled me with anxiety. I was always concerned that I would never be able to get into a good college because of my family's finances. And due to this, I avoided the conversation entirely. After I reached high school, I got the opportunity to talk to close friends like Renee and Andy at the Boys and Girls Club, who got to convince me that my hard work and determination will get me through. And while I've overcome this aspect of poverty, it's something that I never wanted others to experience. That feeling, that sympathy that I felt towards others like myself, made me want to help those in need. And growing up, ever since I was a kid, it was my passion to help others. And growing up in a family of doctors and nurses, I knew I wanted to do it through medicine. However, medicine isn't something I can do now. Something I can do now is service projects for the Boys and Girls Club. It's something that allows me to help those in need, the people I sympathize with, the people I aim to help. Renee Brisson at the Boys and Girls Club has allowed my junior staff members and Keystone members achieve this, as well as myself, to achieve this goal by helping us plan service projects to improve our community. We've done things like help feed those in need and have helped many others along the way. We've helped clean up on Earth Day. We have packed health products for women who needed them. We've also helped people at the convalescent home have a good time by playing games with them. As a teen who strives to help others, being Keystone and junior staff president has been an amazing experience. It hasn't only been a way for me to improve my community, but a way for me to improve myself. And now as I plan for my future, I ask for support and help from my community so I can help and support it back. Thank you.
My name is Jeff Beck. I am the board president and I've been on the board for 5 years. The reason I decided to become involved with the Boys and Girls Club was just because of what the organization was accomplishing as a whole. There's a lot of great organizations out there, but I just kind of kept coming back to the Boys and Girls Club as the one that was speaking to me. Helping the youth, helping children, that's something that's very important to me. I just felt like the club was doing it the right way, and what they were doing and how they were accomplishing it, I felt was very important. The club does many, many great things for the children of our community, and the club is there for them. They're there as a family. They're there as mentors, teachers, counselors, and so I just felt like the club was really a safe place for these kids, and I liked what they were doing and accomplishing and giving these kids a safe place to go, because they don't always have a safe place. Sometimes their communities or their homes are not safe places. And so I really impressed with what the club was doing and how they were accomplishing it. I'm also a volunteer on the Tulare Comics Fundraiser Committee, which raises funds specifically for the Tulare Club. I'm really passionate about this event as I was born and raised in Tulare, and I've personally seen the positive effect that the club has on the lives of Tulare's youth. With that being said, we would like to take a moment to show you the following video recognizing Martine, a Tulare Club teen with a remarkable story who is truly a leader and a role model both at the club and in our community.
Before I came here, I kept in a lot of my secrets. Like, I wouldn't tell no one anything. Like, I'd talk to people, but I wouldn't call them friends. What I was taught is that if you lose their trust, don't give it back to them. And once you lose it, it's gone, like you can't get it back. I haven't really left this area because of how I was raised. I was raised to stay in my environment. Where I live like kind of the ghetto, and there's a lot of gangs. At school, you might have people bullying you because race, skin, ethnicity, weight. I've been through not having a dad figure. My siblings all left. Brother in Army in Washington, sister moved out to LA. My other sister having a lot of problems, so she's in LA too. I've gone through depression, family committing suicide. I've gone through my aunt passing away from cancer. I've been through a lot. I was really down for most of my years. I was close to just ending it all. I thought about it and I just couldn't take it no more. I came here on one of my free days to try it out, and I just felt so welcome, and I felt like I was home.
The first day I met Martine, I really thought he was a lot older than he was, just by his big stature and his presence when he walked in. My second thought was he's very articulate for being as introverted as he is. It didn't take very long for me and Martin to become as close as we are now.
They ask me once a day at least, how's my day? They appreciate my existence here, and they appreciate that I'm actually here with them, and that they don't think I'm just some other figure that's in this world. Now that I've been here for almost 2 years, I connect with all the staff members, and this time, instead of them talking light with me, they'll talk some heavy stuff with me. They'll give me motivation to keep going through a lot.
I feel like, being able to let them be that happy-go-lucky person when they normally maybe around their peers or at home aren't, letting them shine here first, get their good qualities out, allows them to open up and let us in. That's what creates the, what I say, family, our big Boys and Girls Club family. And it's, to me, it feels 10 times better when we do, because there's 100 and something kids that come here daily. And in order for us to be able to get that out of, one child, but yet attend to the multiple kids that we have to as well, it feels like we're doing something right.
You actually have people looking out for you, standing up for you here. They give good advice, and I feel like here they care because they don't want to just do their job. They want to help someone. In the Boys and Girls Club, I think a lot of people go through trying to get used to interacting with people not their age. To a kid who doesn't feel comfortable here, they probably haven't interacted with any of the programs, the events here. We had one for Passport to Manhood, which was me, the staff, and the other team that would try to show the kids how to be respectful as a gentleman and how to be a man instead of just be a kid. I feel like the kids that want to come here, they have fun because there's a reason why they're coming here multiple times out of the week. And for the teens, I think they come here because they don't have to be alone. I feel like the Boys and Girls Clubs help me because they've had my trust since the beginning, and none of them have lost it because of how much they appreciate what I have to say and appreciate that I'm here helping them, helping the kids, and helping around here.
I feel like if Martin were to step in as a program specialist, he could probably just go from day one and just run his own programs. Martin can go and hang out with the seniors, all the sports players, with the smaller kids. Martin's out there playing pool with the kids. He's playing foosball. He gets on the computers with them. When it comes down to the video game click, Martin's right there in the video games with them, talking it up, asking them questions. Martin can fit in with any member, any staff member. He's very intuitive when it comes to who he's with and his surroundings. He's very self-aware. He's definitely the model club member.
The kids see me as a staff. I don't know why, but they see me as a staff. And I say I'm not a staff. They're like, oh, he should be. And it just makes me feel good about I can probably help them one day too.
Hi, I'm Scott Pratt. I'm a board member at the Boys and Girls Club of the Sequoias. I've been a board member since 2010. We have helped open up clubs in surrounding areas. One that is particularly close to me is Ivanhoe. We've watched it just grow and bloom into what it is today. Has a soccer field and basketball courts there. We've done all this with inviting people like you, friends and family and coworkers and businesses in the community to participate with us and see your money spent locally and go back to the youth that is going to later affect us directly. And as you've seen with our videos this evening, we have been taught more by being around our kids and staff than what we have been able to give back. One way to participate in the community and with clubs is the way that my family and I do. We got closely involved with Ivanhoe and the Ivanhoe Club. Many businesses that I deal with and friends and family have chosen to be a part of this and build this community up and build soccer fields and have lighting so the kids can play at night, resurface basketball courts and such. That is one way we have chosen to participate as a family. Another way to participate, which I find very easy to do, is to volunteer your time, to choose one of many different activities, events, fundraisers to be a part of, physically to help and lend a hand, whether it's handing out t-shirts or water bottles at a fun run, serving steak sandwiches, tri-tip sandwiches at the farm show, which is something my family and kids have done for years and truly love. And this isn't costing us anything, just our time. These are fun events, and we are always in need of bodies and hands and physical presence. And oftentimes it leads to relationships and an opportunity to mentor young kids. So again, we thank you for joining us this evening, and we hope you have enjoyed it. I would like to invite you to participate with our organization and consider contributing to us at any level that is possible. These are tough times. As you know at home, you've had to adapt your lifestyle. Our organization is continuing to reach out to kids. We are conducting online Zoom meetings and activities and fun scavenger hunts and games with the kids, things that I can't fathom, and our staff has done such a phenomenal job doing this. This is going to add to our budget, of course. When we do reopen, we will need to reduce the amount of kids to staff. So for example, instead of 20 kids in one staff, we may need one staff and 10 kids. All of these things add to our budget, and we'd love to have the community find it in their hearts to contribute to us. And with that, I thank you again for joining us this evening for the Great Futures event. We hope that you have enjoyed our program and you have a good evening.